This is one of ProWrestling.me's audio reviewers, LK here with another edition of LK's Wrestling Reviews. This is your weekly TNA Impact Wrestling review. It is me here solo. This is LK. You can follow me on Twitter at LK Wrestling. Make sure you head over to ProWrestling.me and hit that site up. It's like a social media account. It's like Facebook, but for pro wrestling fans. And we're growing a community over there. So become really an early pioneer member over there. And if you're a podcaster out there looking to really grow your podcast, just go over there, sign up, be active. You can even post your podcast over there for free. Look what it's done for me. I'm now on the channel, and I'm doing a solo Impact Wrestling review, which I brought you last week, and I'm going to bring to you this week. This time it's live. Expect lots of live podcasts this week. I've now officially joined the channel. I'm really excited about that, hoping to grow this channel as much as we biologically possibly can. And doing that does mean you have to sit through and suffer. And I'm going to be honest, make sure you put in the comments below win, loss, or tie. We'll be doing live comments. I'm going to be using my phone for the live comments so that the stream's good as possible. Speaking of streams, I live in England, so the only way I can watch this show is if I watch it on a stream. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be out there. The only way I can watch is if I watch this on a stream. I can't watch it on my TV because it airs on TV in the UK on Challenge TV, Sundays, 9 p.m., which is, come on, that's 5 days after it airs. And they wonder why they get such low TV ratings. Anyway. The stream that I used for months and months and months for TNA, all of a sudden it stopped working. And I had a backup plan. If it stopped working, I can use this site. That didn't work for some freaking really weird reason. It was a live stream of No Mercy 2006. And I was there like, oh shit, Impact starts. So I messaged Dave. I say, are you doing the podcast? Are you reviewing Impact tonight? He says he feels very sick. So fingers crossed that he starts feeling better. Anyway, I digress. So it was really difficult, and I do apologize. In one of the matches, the stream did go out, as the stream I normally use is really top notch. It's just I used a really strange stream, and I do really knock myself for why Coco uses that stream. But anyway, that's not for me to talk about. You're here to listen to me talk about TNA Impact Wrestling. Aired finished airing about 20 minutes ago. Make sure you put in the comments win, loss, or tie. For me personally, I'm going to give this one a weak win. I loved how, as when it comes to TNA, they know they try their hardest. When I watch them, it's like, okay, don't watch it as a TNA hater. Don't watch it as a beloved TNA mark. Try and watch it down the middle as a reviewer. So that's what I tried to do. I tried my damnedest to really just watch this down the middle. And I felt like I did. There were certain points where I did become a TNA mark. There were certain times where I became a TNA hater. There were certain times where I hated the Hardy Boys more than any man should. There was times where I loved EC3 more. So this was a mixed bag. If you're a TNA hater, I'm pretty sure you hated this show. If you love TNA and you die for the company, and believe me, there's probably some people who would, I can see why you give the show a win. For me personally, I'm going to give it a weak win. There was lots I liked. I loved the main event. It was really good. And again, in the title, Angle's first goodbye, because obviously this is Angle's farewell tour here in TNA. Hopefully it's not ever. Hopefully he comes back at the Rumble, but you can put your conspiracy cap on right there. But in my opinion, that will not happen. And I do believe he'll take a year off, then become a trainer down at the Performance. And I think he'd be an absolute incredible trainer. Jesus, bloody Christ. Anyway, I'm giving a weak win. Liked some, hated some of it. Well, opening promo, you had EC3 and Tyrus come out. And EC3, I mean, just by the way the man dresses, you just look at the guy and think, damn, that guy is a superstar. Like, I hate using that term. I really do. I hate using the term sports entertainment. I hate using the term superstar. But this guy is a superstar. He looks like what a world champion should look like. That's just my opinion. I've had that since day one. Since the first time I saw the guy, he looks like it. Like, I use the expression, if you build a sports entertainer from the ground up, you get Randy Orton. And I use, if you build a professional wrestler from the ground up, you get Bobby Roode, which I'll touch on later. Bobby Roode's in a segment, very enjoyable segment. But if you build a superstar, like a movie star, like a guy who just thinks his shit doesn't stink, but you don't care because he's that damn good, you get EC3. That's a fucking long one, but hey ho. So he comes out with Tyrus, the human sack of shit. So now we've got Fat Hardy, which is Matt Hardy. We've got Spliff Hardy, which is Jeff Hardy, because obviously his drug addiction is horrible, but I've had it. We got Cheesecake, which is Randy Orton, or you could build a sports entertainer from the ground up, you get Randy Orton. We got Bertie, which is Alberto Del Rio. And now we've got Fat Sack of Shit Tyrus. So, you know, the vocabulary for these guys are really growing. And what's funny is there's going to be a point in like a year, 2 years' time where we're going to have nicknames for everyone, and we're going to name them, and it's going to be absolutely fucking hysterical. Well, anyway, Spliff Hardy, EC3 cuts a promo about how he won the World Championship last week. A very good promo as usual. How he's undefeated, unbeatable, unpinned, blah, 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 blah. The usual shtick. It's all very good. Spliff Hardy then interrupts. Matthews then says, thunderous ovation for the legendary Jeff Hardy. And I'm there like, oh my. Calm down. The legendary Jeff Hardy. So Jeff Hardy is now up to legendary status, according to Josh Matthews. And I was having this thinking earlier on. I really miss Mike Tenay. I used to adore the way how Mike Tenay commentated on a wrestling show. I absolutely adored Mike Tenay. In my opinion, the best commentary table of all time, and I hope there's some old school fans who can appreciate this, is Mike Tenay and Don West. Don West gets a fucking lot of stick, but I love the passion. And by the way, one of the best salesmen I've ever seen in my life, by the way. Generally, I tilt my cap to his salesmanship. He can fucking sell anything to you. Literally, I think he could literally what he should have done is to improve the pay-per-view business back then, just go out there, cut a 10-minute promo. You would have bought the pay-per-view. Like, even if the pay-per-view was like 4 weeks away or 6 weeks away, or fucking TNA do pay-per-views as little as fucking, oh, grief. I miss the days where there was 12 pay-per-views and you knew each month you had Genesis, Against All Odds, Sacrifice, Victory Road, Lockdown, etc., etc. Now we have lockdowns on free TV. You got these shitty one night onlys, which no one watches. I mean, Dave Coco asked on Friday night, which is when it aired live, are you going to do a one night only review? And I was there like, oh my god, I don't want to. But okay, you got to sit through the shit sometimes. Okay, I was like, no. I looked at the card and I was just there like scratching my head, like I really don't want to watch this. And then to my happiness, to my delight, he sent me a message saying, I've sat through 3 matches, can't do no more, not doing it. Do you want to do a solo? No, no, thank you. I'll stick to my one TNA show a week if that's okay to you. And anyway, but I fucking forgot the point I was trying to make. This is the problem, and I can't stand doing this. Is I lollygag and pussy fuck around and waffle around for 55 fucking minutes, then I lose the point. I'm still in the opening fucking segment. Spliff anyway comes out. He challenges EC3 to a world championship match. EC3 denies him. And what I love about this is you know where he's going. He literally says, oh, I want to face you. Just imagine this. EC3, Jeff Hardy. It's been a dream of mine since I was young. And then, boom, he denies it. Do you know why he denies it? Because he's a heel and he wants to get heel heat because that's what heels do. Dolph Ziggler. Like, I love Dolph Ziggler, even though he's a corporate sellout bitch. But I remember back in the day when he was a heel. And as I'm older, more mature now, I can really appreciate that Ziggler, when he was a heel, wasn't a heel. He tried to get the face pop. He egged on the Let's Go Ziggler chant. Like the Ascension. They're a heel. When they go down to NXT, they want the yah chants. No, you shouldn't do that. You should not want any reaction from the crowd at all. You should want boo, boo, you suck, I hate you, I want to kill you, you fucking idiot. Like shit like that. That's what I love about EC3. He teases you like, holy shit, yes. EC3 Jeff Hardy. Shot in the gut. That's called being a wrestling villain. And that's what he does very well. And that's what makes him so damn good. EC3 then brings out Shinron, and it was absolutely hysterical. This guy's, and all due respect, I have no freaking clue who this jabroni is, but he comes out, he didn't have entrance music. EC3 basically begs for entrance music, so he gets this generic boom, and EC3 say, here is Shinron coming to the ring, boom, and he's there singing, and it was so entertaining, it really was. So we go to our first match. We have Spliff Hardy versus Shinron. EC3 was on commentary. In my opinion, his commentary overshadowed the match. Like, I gave 0 fucks about Spliff Hardy versus Shinron. And all due respect to Shinron, I mean, he sold very well. See potential in the guy. He's really out there, very extravagant. I don't know what's the term to use. He's really out there. He's a bit of a, maybe he has a screw loose or something, but he was really charismatic. And that's next to Jeff Hardy. Like, I really did think he brought his A game. He sold very well, made Hardy look like a boss. But the story of the match, to me personally, was, in my opinion, EC3 could be one fucking cracking commentator when he retires. Like, when he hangs up the boots, I think he could be generally a really good commentator. And when the commentary overshadows the wrestling match, it's just a testament to how much I care about the legendary Jeff Hardy. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Honestly, when Matthew said that, a part of my heart broke. A part of this English heart broke when he said that. I was in so much pain. Like, literally, if you call him legendary, what do you call Bobby Roode? What do you call James Storm? What do they call Kurt Angle? Like, if you call Hardy legendary, what status is Kurt Angle on? Like, you really got Josh Matthews. I don't hate you. I don't like you. I'm in the middle of you. Sometimes I can tolerate your commentary. Other times I can't. Maybe I'm just such a ludicrous bastard. I don't care what commentators they got. If it's not Mike Tenay, it's not TNA commentary for me. Like, the minute they signed Matthews, I was like, oh my god, they signed him because they think he's big in WWE. No, he wasn't. He was never big in WWE. He was a backstage interviewer. Then he went on to be a SmackDown commentator at peak. That was it. Like, that's it. He was SmackDown commentator. That's it. But they treat him like he's the holy grail of wrestling commentary just because he had a cup of coffee. Well, he wasn't a cup of coffee, just because he was an interviewer for WWE and then commentator. When you have Mike Tenay, who's been there since day one, he called the very first show, who's so good at telling a story. Like, I rewatched a match, I think it was a couple days ago. It's AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy in the 2013 Bound for Glory series, okay? The story that he told was absolutely magnificent. It was out of this world. Even though you knew who was going to win, you were still on the edge of your seat and you just sit there and enjoyed it. When the commentators enhance the story, It really makes the match that much better. And when you got a commentator like Josh Matthews who doesn't do that, like when he doesn't know the name of a move, instead of just telling the story like how that affects certain body parts, like a good commentator would, he'll just say innovative offense. Next time you watch Impact, or even if you haven't watched this Impact yet and you're gonna watch it, check that out. Like legit, check that out, because what he does is he says innovative offense if he doesn't know the move. And Pope D'Angelo De Niro, I could literally do a show just on TNA's commentary table, but we're not going to do that. We're going to move on because we have a women's match next. We have the Dollhouse versus the Beautiful People. This is the same storyline we've had for about 17 months, and that's not even an exaggeration. Like all throughout the stint of Desolation America, it was Doghouse versus Gail Kim / Beautiful People. We're still fucking continuing this story. The only difference is they've had Awesome Kong join the Doghouse. It was like a weapons included. There was the kendo sticks, there was chairs, there was trash can lids. Sky hit a very nice suplex on Jade on the ramp. Generally very nice, looked very painful. This could get me some of the most biggest heel heat that I've ever had in the history of my life. Okay, are you ready? Brace yourself. Brace yourself for this. This is a shocker. Since Velvet Sky came back, I don't think she's that hot anymore. I don't. I really, really don't. I'm going to be, out of all the women in that match, minus Awesome Kong, okay, women, okay, all due respect, I think she was the least attractive out of everyone there. I think Madison Rayne is far more attractive than her. I think Rebel's far more attractive than her. I thought that the Rebel is far more attractive than her. The Jade is more attractive. Marty Bell is more attractive. I don't think Velvet Sky is that hot. I think she's the most overrated woman looks there is. Like her wrestling ability, don't get me wrong, she's improved so much. I mean, go watch her work from 07, 08, 09. Watch her work now. You'll be verklempt. You'll be emotionally speechless. You'll be like, jaw drop, like, okay. She could get the Miz Award or the Magnus Award, whatever they called it. I just don't. Please put in the comments, do you think Velvet Sky's too hot? Still hot, sorry. I don't. I think it's because of the tattoos for me, and she looks a bit like dark and oh shit, what's she all about? And I think the most beautiful one there is, I would say, Madison Rayne. I think she's very, very attractive, and how Josh Matthews got hers beyond me. Anyway, Jade got the win for the Doghouse. That's pretty much it. Not really much to talk about. I did like how those weapons. Madison Rayne took some nasty bumps. So did Velvet. All women took nasty bumps apart from Kong, obviously. I mean, Jade at one point went for the cannonball in the corner onto a chair, but Rayne moved and then Jade bumped onto a chair into the buckle. Very, very nice spot there. But it was a good match. But in the end of the day, the storyline didn't advance anywhere. And what we're going to get is an Awesome Kong versus Gail Kim for the Knockouts title, which we've seen 18,000 times. Okay, so we get Beer Money come out. So they are marking out already. So I'm the biggest beer money mark that there's ever been in the history of the world. I absolutely adore beer money. Like, I remember back in 08 when they first formed it. I even remember the pay-per-view stats. I remember it was Hard Justice 2008 or No Surrender 2008. It was one of the two. And I remember when they debuted, I was like, okay, I like both these guys singly. Imagine them teaming up. Beer for James Storm, money for Bobby Roode. This makes sense. And they had one heck of a run. I remember when I went to watch them live in January of 2010, I went there for AJ Styles versus Desmond Wolfe, aka Nigel McGuinness, for the world title. Come on, everyone would. Beer Money got me back the next year. But Beer Money wasn't there. Like, literally, I adore Beer Money. I love the charisma. I love the chemistry they have. And I love how now, especially now, how the story twists and turned. And in this promo, basically, it did is they apologized. Rude apologized for stabbing in the back in late 2011 when Rude won the world title from Storm. Storm apologized for drinking so much beer and blah, 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 blah. Eric Young and Bram then come out, the interrupt. Eric Young wants the King of the Mountain title. Rude then cuts a great promo. Again, just put me to sleep. Not put me to sleep. So put my heart back in its place. We had my heart ripped out by Josh Matthews after calling Spliff Hardy legendary. It's now back in the place because Bobby Roode showed me that, you know, if you build a professional wrestler from the ground up, you get Bobby Roode. And the point to the case here, he did an absolute stellar job cutting this promo. And this is a quote: "Stop whining, complaining like a little bitch." Like, he really put home, like, yes, you cost me the world. Basically, Bobby Roode cost Eric Young the world title. Eric Young cost Bobby Roode the world title, and now they're going to go out for the King of the Mountain challenge. That title does make me laugh. Please, can we make? If there's one thing I would change in TNA, minus the commentary table, is the King of the Mountain title. It's defended every week. Why don't we make this the TV title? Like, come on, I'm not asking you to be a brain surgeon, Dixie Carter, Bob Ryder, or whatever, John Gaborak, you stupid son of a bitch. How you're in charge of? Oh, good grief, that makes me laugh. John Gaborak in charge of. Oh, they wonder why the ship's sinking. Jesus Christ! And I hope the numbers do go up. I do. I don't mean to sound like a sadistic TNA. I'm not a TNA hater at all. It's just when you've watched TNA like go to like 2 million viewers on Spike, and then you watch it drop to like 250,000, and then them still getting new networks. It suggests like, should we just close the doors? I mean, I know you got so many talents here that really could, help grow this company. Like there is so many talented guys there. It's just in the end of the day, no one cares anymore. Like the brand name value of TNA, the brand value of Impact Wrestling, whether you don't even know what the name of the freaking company is. Sometimes it's called Impact Wrestling, sometimes it's called TNA. You're like, they call it the Impact Wrestling World Title, but then on the belt it has the TNA logo on it. So you sit there rubbing your hat like, guys, what the fuck's going on there? And it baffles me to the point where I'm kind of speechless half the time, because a company that, they do put on good shows and the talent's really good, and I can't disrespect the talent because they work hard, I do admit. It's just the writing of this show, it's just, they want to be like WWE so much that it hurts them. And it's gotten to the point now where I generally, it's not that I don't want to watch, it's just, why watch this when you could watch higher production quality, occasionally better wrestling? Like literally, the only thing that keeps me watching TNA is this podcast. If I'll be honest, if it wasn't for this podcast, I probably wouldn't watch TNA. I'll catch the pay-per-views every now and then, but apart from that, I really wouldn't watch it because I just have no interest in. I have interest in beer money. I think Eric Young's an incredible worker. A really great. Like if you look up and down the career span of one Eric Young, he went from a comedic act to the World Elite act, back to the comedic act, to the number one babyface and world champion, to now one of the biggest heels in the company. That's just a testament to how great of a character Eric Young has, and his promo was outrageous. Swig a drink for the wrestling fan. Like literally, it's outrageous how great he is at developing character. But anyway, TNA King of the Mountain Championship, which should be the TV title. We got Bobby Roode defending against Eric Young. There was beer spilt on the canvas in the previous segment, which is obviously the beer money promo, which is a very good segment. And probably my segment, not my segment of the night's the next segment. And basically, it's dirty, it's disgusting, it's unhygienic. All it takes is one slip from one of these workers, and you got an instant lawsuit. I mean, instant. Like a lost thought, it will be an instant lawsuit. So if I'm at the back and I'm seeing the spillage, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get one of the ring crew to change the canvas, because after this match, they do change the canvas. So that gives me the question, why didn't you change it before these guys were in the ring? There were several times where they took bumps on the beer part of the canvas, and I'm there thinking, oh, that's not got to smell nice. That's not got to smell nice. That's really not got to smell nice. It's not going to feel nice on the back. It's going to get your boots slippery. Then if you slip on the top rope and you hurt your neck, career's over, because they couldn't be fucked to change the canvas. That's poor. In my opinion, that already took any respect I had for this match out of the way. I was so focused on, please do not hurt yourself, instead of watching the match. I was there watching that spot, like, okay, don't hurt yourself, because I love Bobby Roode and I love Eric Young. I don't want their careers to end in a TNA ring because of a slippery canvas, because they're too bone-idle and lazy to change it. Please put in the comments if that bugged you, or am I just being a nitpicky son of a bitch? Eric Young, though, rakes the eyes. Being a heel, that's what I love about that's one thing I love about TNA is they're wrestlers. If they're being heels, they are going to be heels, and you're going to want to punch them in the face. When they're being babyface, you actually want to cheer them. Minus Spliff Hardy and Fat Hardy, but that's a different story. And Eric Young, he rakes the eyes, and then he gets the referee out of the way, kicks Bobby Roode, low blow, kicks him in the cock, hits a pile driver, ref distracted. 1, 2, 3. Eric Young's your new King of the Mountain champion, aka TV champion. And I love the use of the ref. Like, when was the last time in a wrestling match? Take your mind back to a WWE match here. Everyone compares WWE to TNA. Oh, TNA to... But now I'm comparing TNA to WWE. Like, I give them props. These guys use the referee to enhance the story. They used the referee to get Eric Young more over. They used the referee to get Bobby Roode some sympathy as a babyface. They didn't bury the ref. They used the ref as a way to enhance the story. Why isn't this done in WWE? Why is this not done? Like, this is such fundamental basics that it impresses me, because I just sat through 3 hours of Raw yesterday. So I took my cap to whatever agents writing that, because they did a very good job of whether it's the talent coming up with this. They did a great job, and obviously you're going to get Bobby Roode versus Eric Young rematch. But with Bobby Roode and Eric Young, it's two great workers, so I don't mind it. Even though we've seen it like 55,000 times, there is such a long backstory. It takes you all the way back to the Team Canada days, and any hardcore TNA fan would appreciate that. So I'm going to quickly get a live. I'm going to get a live comments. I'm going to see if we have any live comments. And this, what will make me laugh right now is if I get a live comments and there is none. That really wouldn't surprise me, and I'll be very very amused. What have we got? We have live comments. So we're going to live comments before we get down to breaking down the next segment. So we have Andy Peps. I thought Impact was okay. A lot of promos, some great matches. So I'm going to give it a strong tie. Yeah, I agree. Strong tie. Like I said, if you're like just a wrestling fan and you watch this, you're probably just going to give it a strong tie, weak win around that line. But as a guy who when I watch WWE and TNA, and when WWE is sports entertainment, as much as TNA want to call themselves a wrestling company, they produce sports entertainment on a week to week basis because it's a weekly episodic programming. So I'm expecting promos. So I expect that. Forsaken says love the nicknames. Bravo. Yep, I enjoy. Andy Paps, Mike and Dom were great together, but I think TNA was trying to connect to a younger audience with Josh and Pope. Yeah, I can understand that. That is a good point. I can get that. It's just, why change something that doesn't need changing? Like, you're trying to connect to a younger audience, but the younger audience isn't watching because the younger audience are the keyboard warriors. Like, they're the guys that are going on Twitter bashing TNA. Like, for instance, last night on the Raw review, there was an 11-year-old basically trolling the WWE podcast me and Dave did on the Monday Night Raw review, which you can check out on this channel. That's because the younger audience don't appreciate wrestling. Like, they don't give a fuck what commentary is. So why don't you give the hardcore fans, the loyal fans, what they want? And as a loyal guy, I'm happy that Don West and Mike Tenay, I'd be happy if that happened. But it's not going to happen, and I've learned to appreciate that. Then we've got Hardcase 678. I'm only here for Angle. Yeah, that's understandable. I don't know if what did I put as the title? Angle's first goodbye. If you're expecting Kurt Angle on the show, I apologize, and I'll change the title at the end. I just meant Angle's first goodbye because obviously it was Angle's first match in his farewell tour. So I thought, you know what, that's kind of cute. Like, if you're expecting Angle on this podcast, bro, I do apologize. Andy Paps, I love myself some Rebel. I agree. But put in the comments, do you think Velvet Sky is still hot? In my opinion, she is not. That is my humble opinion. I don't think she's hot anymore. I think she's lost it. Please put in the comments. That's the question of the night. That's more important than anything on this damn show. I tell you that now. We'll get to the next segment. We have Mr. Anderson's talk show. Huh. Like, that's the name. Yep. That's TNA's writing stuff for you. Mr. Anderson's talk show. Huh. Anyway, his guest is Fat Hardy because we have to have Fat Hardy on the show somehow. I'm probably the one and only Anderson mark. Like, I've loved Anderson ever since 07, maybe 06 when he had that feud with Taker in late 06. I remember when he pushed Taker off at Armageddon 06 off the top of the structure through in the last ride match. I love that. But when he had that match with Batista at the Rumble 07 in San Antonio, sad that I know this. I remember being there. I think how old would I have been? I would have been 12, 11. About that. I'm 19 now, so yeah, about 11, 12. I remember marking out so much for Kennedy when he came out and he cut a promo, and then JBL was here. This is a chance to dance with the lights on bright. And damn it, Kennedy, it doesn't get brighter than this. I remember marking out like a little 11-year-old bitch, like, Kennedy, this is your moment, this is your chance. Anyone money in the bank, and they're like, that's my boy. We got him. And then it got taken away because of an injury, and Edge took the briefcase and then cashed in and become world champion. That upset me. I think Randy Orton got Kennedy fired, and I can't remember who had him on. I can't remember the exactly, but I think it was Russo or Keller from Torch. One of them had Anderson on, and it was an interview. And Anderson said, "Is there any heel heat with Randy Orton?" Basically, Randy Orton, basically out of the blue in 2011, 2012, when Anderson cut a really good promo, Orton sent him a random text saying, "Hey, nice promo, kid." Like, so if you're wondering if there's any heat, because I think this was a VIP area. So basically, there's no heel heat between Orton and Ken Anderson anymore. But I don't know how that topic got brought up. Anyway, so Anderson come out. He tells Fatty he choked. That's my boy, Kenny. That's my boy, Kenny. He got Fatty then blamed Eric Young's pile driver on the floor in the semifinals of last week's show. Anderson asks if Spliff is doing Fatty's dirty work. Fatty then leaves. He's not taking that shit. And then Anderson is there just like, okay, that is awkward. Like, literally, this was out of all these stupid fucking talk shows, you had Carlito's Cabana, you had MVP's talk show, which is bullshit. This, to me, Miz TV, this actually was a talk show that I enjoyed. Anderson came across as a sarcastic piece of shit. Fuck, as an English person. And what I love about being English is you can say something only the English people will get if I'm being sarcastic or not. So half the time I'm saying something I could be completely sarcastic. Only people who live in England will understand the sarcasm. Which, and as a guy who loves sarcasm, I love this. And he was being such a dick to Fat Hardy. And as a guy who hates Fat Hardy so much, I appreciate that. It was an entertaining segment. I loved it. I'll probably be the only person alive right now who loved it. But I did. And I'll admit that. Like I said, if I love something, I'm going to put it over. If I hate it, I'm going to bury it. Then we have the Wolves, the tag champs, and Tiger Uno, the X Division, versus Eli Drake, Jesse Goddins, and DJZ. And this is in the match stipulation is, oh fuck, we have our champions doing nothing backstage, so just go out there and wrestle. That's the stipulation for this match. That's the gimmick. It was okay. I mean, the Wolves and Tiger Uno won after DJZ nailed Goddins with the super kick, turning him babyface because he was such a big heel. And this to me is, we have no divisions. We have a world title division. We have a knockouts division. We semi have a King of the Mountain division. Name me 5 in the comments. Name me 5 X Division wrestlers that aren't in the tag division. So you got I'm going to try now. DJZ, Tiger Uno. I think Trevor Lee was on a one night only, but I don't think he's properly there. So when it comes to actual X Division wrestlers now, I think we're down to about 3, maybe 2. So I'm not sure. And they just turned the one heel they had face. So I'm fully convinced. Like I'm verklempt. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do when it comes to the X Division anymore. Same as the tag division. I remember back in 08, 09 when I started watching Impact at TNA. Sorry, the very first thing that grabbed my attention was what a fucking strong tag division they have. Like I would say it was the strongest tag division in the world. Now that props goes to Ring of Honor. Like, in my opinion, hands down, Ring of Honor has the best tag team division in the world, period. It's not even a question, it's a fact. And I look at TNA's tag division now, you've got the Wolves, you've got kind of Drake and Goddard, you've got Beer Money, the Hardys when they're not in the world title scene, I guess. Like, that's 4. Yes, good job, TNA. Like, apart from that, I don't really know what teams we got. And it's a very sad state of, as when tag team wrestling starts to get over everywhere, TNA then stops doing it. And it just, it makes me scratch my head. It really does. Anyway, Fat Hardy comes out. He cuts a promo on EC3 wanting a rematch. EC3 says he doesn't respect his legacy or family name. That makes me chuckle. That makes me happy. EC3 then says, look, if you want a match that bad, it'll be a last man standing match, and B, your career has to be on the line. Matt Hardy accepts. I do not read spoilers. If anyone spoils this for me, I swear to God, I'm going to drown myself. Not literally going to drown myself. It's only TNA, but in the end of the day, I can see the writing on the wall here. I really can. And this is a guy who doesn't read Dirty Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer. He doesn't do anything. Don't read spoilers. That's my thing. And because in my opinion, if you read spoilers, good for you. It's just why would I care about next week's world title match if I know who wins? Like, I don't care. But I don't know who wins, so I'm interested. But considering how much TV time they gave Fat Hardy, they gave him the Anderson talk show, they gave him this promo, I fucking hope they don't give that title to Matt Hardy. Fat Hardy. I literally, that's my one wish, is that Fat Hardy doesn't win the world title. I want my boy EC3 to have a very, very long title reign. The only way I'll accept, actually, no, I'm not accepting it in any way, shape, or form. EC3 must retain next week. If Matt Hardy wins that world championship, I said it on my Twitter machine. You can follow me on Twitter at LK Wrestling. It's on the screen there. If Fat Hardy wins that championship next week, I am done. I am done. I'm not watching Impact again. That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. I don't care if they have Beer Money. I don't care if they have Angle. I don't care if they have, even if AJ Styles come back. That's bullshit. You put the company to a guy who isn't even as over as his brother. Like, even though Jeff Hardy's the legendary Jeff Hardy, Fat Hardy's bullshit. He's bollocks. He's done nothing compared to Jeff Hardy. You go to a random guy and go, oh, who's Matt Hardy? Oh, isn't that, that's Jeff Hardy's brother. You go, who's Jeff Hardy? Oh, Jeff Hardy, the charismatic nigga. Boom, boom. Yeah, yes, the guy with face paint. Yes. They don't say, oh, that's Matt Hardy's brother, do they? No. And part of me knows that, Matt Hardy's going to win the fucking world. It always happens. If any time you say, look, I'm going to stop watching this product, if a guy wins, that guy wins. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Please don't ruin it in the live comments if you know what happens. But I'm gonna call it down the middle here. If Fat Hardy beats EC3 for the world championship, As long as Matt Hardy's the world champion, I will not review Impact. I will not watch Impact. I will not mention Impact unless it's burial. Because you have a guy who is a superstar. He comes out and you're like, holy fuck, that guy is like superstardom. He is a superstar. He comes out, he looks the part, he is the part, and he's a great worker. He's a great heel. Why you wouldn't put that belt on him is ridiculous. Like, if you're going to put it on a face, fucking chuck it on Lashley. Chuck it on Spliff Hardy, I can understand. But Fat Hardy, I'm just there like rubbing my head like, what the fuck is going on? Like, please, so just be warned, if there's no review next week, it's because Fat Hardy won the world title. Oh, there'll be a review next week. It'll just be the last one. And then in the main event, this is what I like about TNA. This is Angle's retirement tour. Obviously, that's why it's Angle's first goodbye in the title. He handpicked Drew Galloway. Well, I think he handpicked Drew Galloway anyway. So we have Drew Galloway versus Angle. And this is what I love about it. No bullshit storylines like Raw where it's one versus all. Nope, none of that bullshit. It's just, look, I'm retiring. I want to have some of the best matches I've ever had, and I want you to be the one who wrestles. You know, such a simple story, and they've built this all throughout the show. There was video package backstage of Angle warming up, getting ready for his match. It's just a great match, and this was a great match. I mean, there's some great near falls in there. Angle with an Angle slam for 2. Galloway with a future shock for 2, Angle with a belly-to-belly onto the guardrail, and literally, imagine this, so you have a normal belly-to-belly, the guy flips over. Angle went like that, and he just shot him. He just shot him head first. He just went, boom, head first into the guardrail, and you just saw his head start to swell up. You're like, oh, I wish he bladed. I'm going to be honest, I wish he bladed just to add that element. And it was filthy. Galloway then hit the Claymore kick for 2 with an absolute incredible near fall. I generally thought he had him. They exchanged some strikes. I got this is awesome chant. Angle then hit an Angle slam off the top rope. This close, ladies and gentlemen, this close from Galloway's head hitting the floor. That close. I'm good, like literally. So Angle slam that an inch, and Galloway's career would have been over easily because Angle's full body would have went on his neck. I was there like, Angle's career would have been over there. There wouldn't have been a match next week because it looked absolutely vile. But thank God they're both safe. It was a great match. Angle got the win after another run. And I was there like, okay. I'm there like, okay, it's Angle's retirement tour. And I'm sitting there for about 5 minutes while I was setting up the show, really trying to contemplate, was it smart having Kurt Angle go over here? What was it smart? Like, surely if it's Angle's retirement tour, this is the excuse that I'm expecting. They're going to have Angle win until his last match, and that's when he's going to put someone over big time. He's going to make a superstar. If they're going to do that, that's understandable, okay? But if they're just going to have Angle win, you're hurting the company. Because not only do they know that Angle's not going to be there, he's not leaving any stars. So in my opinion, if I'm booking this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Angle win until he has that one last retirement match, and make that one guy beat him clean, fair and square in the middle of the ring. That guy will then be a superstar. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards, maybe even Drew Galloway wants a rematch because he knows this time I can beat you. Whether it's Bobby Roode, some guy who needs it. Bobby Roode doesn't need it. Maybe an underdog guy who just needs it. And that guy can be the star. Maybe Mike Bennett. Mike Bennett beats Angle. Center of the ring clean. That guy's going to be a star. Then Angle could have his moment. He gets up. He's in pain. Yeah, Kurt Angle. Standing ovation from the UK crowd. Nice seeing you. Nice to see you. Nice, Angle. So great match. Match of the week so far for me. I know it's only Tuesday night, but I've already sat through 5 hours of pro wrestling. So that's going to be it for... I'm going to get on some live comments. If there's no more live comments, I'm going to hit it up. Again, make sure you put in the comments win, loss, or tie. So I'm going to get us some fucking live comments real quick on my phone. What was it? Here we go. What have we got? Oh, we've got quite a few comments. I don't find Velvet Sky hot anymore. Andy Paps. Yes, good boy. Yes, that's my main man there, Andy Paps, pulling it through. I don't think she's hot anymore either. You got some Lennox Whitson. Loss Anderson is trash. Eric Young is a crazy hobo. And Matt Hardy tricked in into thinking that RH gave him a real world title so he can be in a TNA title picture. That is a fucking great shout. You're going to get the... Firstly, this was a loss if you don't like promos that set up future matches. Like, if you don't like set-up shows, you're not going to enjoy this. I liked it because I enjoyed the segments that were there. Because I know what TNA is, and they want to be sports entertainment so bad. They just brain fuck you by saying professional wrestler or professional wrestling all the time. They want to be sports entertainment so badly, okay? So when you watch TNA, appreciate that it is sports entertainment. I can respect the loss though. Velvet Sky officially lost her hot card when she when she sat on Bully Ray's dick. She's damaged goods now. Lennox, what's see? Look, this is the Velvet Sky hate bandwagon. Jump on it. I agree. Why is DJZ working with Goddard after Goddard's beat the hell out of him multiple times? I think they ran out of guys and threw him in. When did DJZ turn heel for him to turn face? I think he was always heel because he was with, if I'm right, he was with DJZ. It was DJZ, Robbie E, and I think it was Goddard's. I can't remember what happened because it's that irrelevant and I don't give a fuck. But I think that's where it is. And I don't think it was a turn face. I think it was I don't even know. Like, it was that bad of a booked segment that I just didn't know. And it was just, yeah, chuck them in. So here we go. So we got, this is Andy Paps trying to think of some X Division guys that I talked about earlier. Tigre Uno, 1. Rockstar Spud, 2. Mandrews, Crazy Steve. So we got 4. We've got 4. DJZ, 5. Trevor Lee is officially signed with TNA, so we got 6. So we got 6 X Division stars, okay? Do we have any feuds going on with any of them? No. Did any of them get any TV time apart from the champion? No. So it's kind of still pointless having them. Then Andy Paps put, and tag teams, I hope TNA adds more teams to the mix. I fucking pray. I remember back in 08 and 09 when there was so many teams. You had LAX, you had Team 3D, you had the Main Event Mafia, you had the British Invasion, you had Beer Money. There were so many teams. You could just go on and on and on and on and on. And then Lennox Whitson put, who would you make the TNA champion after EC3? That is a great question. That really is a top-notch. That's the question of the night, because that really is a tricky one. Well, first, it's not Fat Hardy. Lashley, maybe. Drew Galloway, maybe, depending on what mood I'm in. I think Lashley's a great champion because he's so credible. Like, if you want to call yourself a wrestling company and you have a guy jacked up like Lashley, like, okay, he's serious shit, and he's so good when he hides his weaknesses. He really is a top-notch guy. But I think they should. I don't know. I can understand them putting the belt on Spliff Hardy because Spliff Hardy is really over with the younger audience. And a comment earlier saying they're going for the younger audience, which is why they should go for Jeff Hardy, but they shouldn't put it on Fat Hardy. And a comment earlier said that I can't remember who it is, and they did a great job by saying that he tricked TNA by thinking that Ring of Honor gave him the world title, because Ring of Honor didn't. He had that fake one. Like, Matt Hardy was never going near that Ring of Honor World Championship, and you know that. Jesus Christ, unbelievable. Then we have Hard Case 678. Yeah, Angle has to put someone over for his last match. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. And if they're going to do this where they're going to build Angle up where he wins, and then put someone over big time in the main event, that's fine for me, and I'll accept the losses that Galloway took. But Galloway looked strong in defeat; he really did. So I'm not going to complain. So thank you for all the live comments. Make sure you leave comments after. Whether did you think the show's a win? Do you think this show's a loss? Do you think the show's a tie? And do you think Velvet Sky's still hot? In my opinion, she's not. Well, I give this a weak win -- strong tie, depending on what mood I'm in. I'm in an okay mood. It's 4:52 a.m. right now. I think I'm going to go to bed now. Anyway, it's been a pleasure chatting with you for close to half an hour, 45 minutes. I tried to go 20 because I wanted to do some short shows. That's what me and Coco plan on doing. Anyway, thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Head over to prowrestling.me. Follow me on Twitter @LKWrestling. Stay safe, stay well. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you next time.